All right, so we're in the garage. We're gonna be working on installing the NVX QBSTA powered subwoofer in the trunk. So got to get this stuff out, get the original sub out, and I'll compare the sizes of them. And then we got to run power to the battery. So gonna be taking off paneling and everything like that. All right, so we got the floor, some of the stuff unplugged and out. I wanted to just dry fit the sub in there and see how it looks. Looks like it's not quite flush. It's pretty close, an inch maybe. So probably be taking this out and trimming some of the foam that's under there to get it to sit a little bit more flush. But my dad's gonna be working on the wiring. Which this is the full Sony amplifier system wiring diagram. Got this from the ST form, so very helpful stuff. But yeah. All right, so we found our ground location. We're just gonna tap into the seat bolt, grind it down with the grinder a little bit, so we get a good connection. Over here, I got a side-by-side of the factory sub versus the NVX sub. You can see they're very similar height. I think this one's, the NVX is 4.75 inches tall, and the factory one is 4.5. So it's a little bit taller, not too bad. I'll be trimming the edge around here a little bit because it sits a little high, and then I might trim out some of the bottom a little bit, just so it the sound doesn't get absorbed by the styrofoam as it's a downward facing sub. And then we still gotta figure out our power run location, but for now we're just gonna get it wired up and test it to make sure it works, and then we'll route the power wire. All right, we got the floor cleaned up. Just got the wiring harness here. I'm gonna go ahead and lay down all the sound deadening panels before we do the test, but this is a before. It's not terrible, but we'll see how it sounds after.
Okay, so the white is positive, so I need to do this here. So see if you can stab. That's a hard one to stab, but it's the one to the right of the green one there. It's the white one. You gotta stab in the back side of it. In there. Okay, now try to hit that. Okay. And then white violet, if you check that, that should be, what, left positive or something? White violet?
Yeah, right front speaker.
White violet. Okay, yep. I think it's that one. Do it one more time. I like to hold it. It's because I always do that second beat. Okay, so you can see.
So is that all of them?
Yeah, that's all of them. So you can see we got all these tapped here.
Right.
Okay. Now, when it comes to actually connecting it, part of the problem is like, okay, but this is going to be here, and your sub is like really far away.
Right.
But I can make extension cables.
Alright, we got the trunk sound deadening done. It's not perfect, but it's better than before. It's more solid. Hopefully the sub fits in here good and it'll work. Alright, we got it connected and we're just giving it a test. It is thumping. Of course, we got the radio going because my phone won't connect, but you definitely can hear it. We'll do a full bass test when it's all done. So we trimmed a spot for the old, from the old sub so that the new one can fit in there pretty flush. It is very close. Yep, that's what we took out. So it fits in there snug. The bolt was too long and it's not moving, so we're not too worried about it. Made a little notch for the ground. All we have to run now is the bass knob and power to the battery. So just gonna get these panels off and start running it. All right, so quick update. We got the battery out. Looked for a way to get through the firewall. We were hoping behind the battery there was something, but there was not a good option. So we're gonna go through the fender, drill the hole through here. This will be covered by the plastic piece. We already test fitted it and it will fit. Then it'll come out inside of here behind the A-pillar. Then we will run it down around and then up and in. So All right, so we got all the power ran, the fuse in here behind the A-pillar, and we got it running down there across the floor. Base knob I ended up going under the seat and just throwing it in there for now. If I need it, I can take it out. Otherwise it'll just stay in there. We got it running back here under the seat. And then from back here, with no foam or anything in there, it's just slightly tilted back towards the trunk, so it can move a little bit. It's not too bad though. And then under here is the sub. All the wiring and everything is back to normal. You can see the blue shiny sound deadener down there. Yeah, the floor is a little bit uneven, but it is not bad at all. So, gonna throw the WeatherTech mat back in and then just put all these final panels back on, and then we should be good to go. All right, so it's been a couple days since we did the install on the NVX QBSTA powered subwoofer. We just kind of ran out of time for the install video to do a complete review, so I thought I'd just go over it one more time, just in detail everything that we did, and then have a sound clip of what it actually sounds like. So what we ended up doing to run the power, you can see it goes here into the battery. There wasn't a good location behind the battery through the firewall, so we ended up running the power up through the fender, and then drilled a hole through the A-pillar, and then had the power run down up under the seat and then into the back over here. So as you can see, it's a little bit better lighting now. You can't really tell at all that there's an aftermarket sub underneath. It's a little bit higher here on this left side. You can see it's a little bit uneven, but it's really not bad at all. And then if I pull this back, you will be able to see. So after removing it, you can see the sub and what it looks like. A little bit sloppy on the wires, but didn't really care. You can see I thought we were gonna tap into the preamp wires, but we actually ended up tapping into the post-amp signal wires going to the right front and the left front door speakers. So that's the signal that we ended up tapping into. That's what you see right here. And you can tell which ones are high powered and low powered just based on the thickness of the wires. I don't know if you can see that, but these are a lot thinner than these. So this is the post amp signal wires that are going to the door speakers and everything like that. So we ended up tapping into those and then just ran them right into the sub. The reason for doing the post amp signal instead of the preamp is, one, if you do post amp, the sub has a feature where it can actually detect when to power on and off based on the signal that's being sent to the speakers. So we didn't have to run a signal wire or anything like that. It just detects when the head unit turns on or when the front speakers start firing. Then it will kick the amplifier on that's back here. And then for the ground, we ended up just grinding down the paint on the back seat bolt. This holds down the back seats. It worked good, so that's pretty much it. We just made a little notch to run some of these cables out so it's flush with the floor. You can see the Amazon Basics sound deadening mats back there. Overall, it ended up working out really well. It's not bolted in or anything, but I mean, I can try to give it a shake and it's not moving at all. We did trim around it, but that's the overall fit and finish of it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and throw this floor mat back in there and then give it a sound test. All right, welcome back. So, apologize for the camera quality. As I was editing the video of the sound clip that I got, I realized that it didn't sound good. You couldn't tell a difference between the door speakers and the sub. So, I'm back in the car. I got my laptop set up with a studio microphone. To hopefully get a better sound clip that's usable. So I'm going to start with the bass knob turned all the way down, so it's just the door speakers that'll be firing. I'm going to play some bassy music, and then I'll kind of roll the bass up and then go off and on, so you can tell a difference between the door speakers and then with the sub. So let's go. Just the door speakers. Now the sub is firing. Door speakers. Sub. So hopefully you can tell the difference. I definitely can, between those two door speakers and the sub. It's a big difference. I'm gonna play just something else, just get a little bit more variety. This is with the bass all the way up, sub firing. Just trying to get some variety in here for you guys.
What is it?
Hear that one that much, so I don't know if you'll be able to hear it or not. Let's try this one actually. So hopefully that gives a little bit better quality to what the sub actually sounds like. But overall, it was, I'd say, definitely worth it. Really just kind of fills the void of bass for these RSs. The factory subs in these cars are terrible, so it fits great, just right in the OEM spot. Doesn't take up any more trunk space. And so overall, I'd definitely give 10 out of 10 for that. It's nothing, it's not like 212s in the trunk. It's not rattling anything crazy. You can see the mirrors vibrating and some stuff, but I'd say it's a pretty good equivalent to like a good 10-inch sub in a box. It surprisingly hits the deep notes really well, considering that it's not really ported. It's just a downward facing 11-inch sub with a hole in the center of it for the like spare tire rod to secure it. So overall, it was definitely worth it. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions about the install or would like me to just clarify anything about the install, just leave a comment, like, and yeah, see you in the next one.